Preparing for a wipeout. The Tories hearing the message loud and clear. Polls predicting a July 4 thrashing. Just 72 seats are expected to be picked up by the Tories, their worst result ever, in stark contrast to the last election which saw them pick up 365 seats in a landslide majority. The current polling has the Labour Party on 41%, compared to the Conservatives with just 20%, and Reform UK with 13% of the vote. 5 megapolls conducted have given the Tories a definitive outcome of the next election. Anywhere between 53 to 155 seats are expected to be held by the Tories after polling day, but even 155 would be the party's worst result ever. The UK public not on the Conservative side. Do you think the Conservatives have any chance of getting up?
No, I don't. Tories have been in power for many years and there's lots of things that haven't happened very well.
As we venture across the UK, we have ended up in the township of Bournemouth and Poole, about 2 hours from central London. The issues here completely different in comparison. Just a few kilometres down the road from the town centre is the Poole Quay, known for smugglers arriving along the coast, and a port where thousands of immigrants and migrants are arriving daily. This being a massive issue at the upcoming election, the Conservatives are promising to crack down on immigration, something that 43% of Britons want.
If I'm your Prime Minister, the planes will go to Rwanda, we will have a deterrent. So the simple question for Keir Starmer is, what will you do with people who come here illegally?
Keir Starmer, please respond directly to Rishi Sunak.
There's a pattern of behaviour here. He said he would get waiting lists down, they've gone up. He said he would stop the boats, we've got record numbers coming. The promises he makes are not worth the paper they're written on.
I think the problem is people inherently don't trust politicians. So it means that that whatever they say, people don't really believe it. And I suppose all you can really see is what action results in positive and negative things.
Right-wing candidate Nigel Farage, who is running much to the surprise of many, who actively campaigned for Brexit, wants to see tougher policies around immigration.
You know why? Because Labour opened the door to mass immigration on a scale this country had never seen, and the Conservatives have accelerated it.
Yeah.
The numbers are even bigger.
Blaming immigration for many woes across the UK, taking to X, saying immigration is the real reason for the housing crisis.
That the British population has risen by 10 million since Tony Blair came to power, 6 million of that since the Tories came to power in 2010, and 85% of that directly down to immigration.
The Labour Party's plans to tackle all the border woes coming under attack in a new campaign by the Conservatives. The other dominant issue facing this election is healthcare, only second to cost of living in the latest YouGov polling, with waitlists at all-time highs. The proportion of people waiting more than 4 hours to see a doctor at A&Es in the UK hospitals, which has risen steadily over the past 14 years, that the ruling Conservative Party has been in power, going from 6% to 42% today, and a lot of it has been put down to staffing issues and strenuous working loads.
It was quite challenging working for the NHS. I think the best way to describe it is overworked and underpaid.
A large majority at the last election made it much harder for Sunak, Truss and Johnson to keep the entire government aligned since the last election, something that they will pay for on July 4. In London, Austin Pollock, 6 News.
Alright, and don't forget our live UK election coverage begins early on the morning of July 5. You can catch that right here on the 6 News YouTube channel.